Conformity Antidote. Melting one snowflake at a time. Get ready to be triggered. Here they come, the leaders of the new church, Reverend Cuz and Deacon Tex.
And welcome back to Conformity Antidote.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
welcome aboard the good ship Lollipop.
Lollipop.
Yeah, you're a lollipop, all right.
It's like the good ship Sugar Britches.
Ooh, sugar britches. Sugar bumps.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, and I hope that we have some other friends that we made on not Facebook, Twitter, and
Well, that you made on Twitter.
well, you know,
I'm not a
I'm
not a tweeter, but
I'm personable.
Right, Reverend Cuz tweets for Conformity Antidote for the most part.
Let's double check. Let's make sure. Oh, look, we live there.
Are we live?
We're live there.
Hello.
We're just checking all our platforms just to make sure.
Just to let you know, we Cuz, the Reverend Cuz, has kind of upgraded some stuff a little bit. So we were doing a little engineering work before the show started. So bear with us.
Yeah. So if stuff.
Yeah. So
stuff breaks.
Yeah. If things look a little different or whatever,
Yeah.
we got a new. We're using a new processor. We're not going to say the name because it's like kind of advertising.
Yeah. But
We don't
so
get paid for it.
So let's check YouTube real quick. So far, all of our platforms, we are rocking and rolling.
Yes. So yes, and we and don't know if you noticed, but we also have we changed the table up a little bit, and we get a little bit more room
Excuse me.
because we need to spread out.
Yeah.
We need to spread out.
Got
We
to
need to
spread out, you
right.
know.
We were getting a little. It was a little too close. I think we're just getting a little bit too fat for that small table. Is what it was.
It was a round table, and we're like,
I know.
Anyway, so I know we do announcements in the rear, but I just did wanted to highlight a little bit, give a shout out to. There's two countries that are crazy. They're tearing it up. That are really we're blowing up on. One is Georgia, the country,
Georgia.
not the state, Georgia, and the other is Tonga.
Tonga. You know what? We will go to Tonga to do a live show. I love to go to Tonga.
Oh well, hell yeah! So if you got our listeners in Tonga, I'm getting a little refreshment here. Our fans in Tonga, if you guys want to set something up,
yes,
because
just let us know
because when
we love it.
We do come, we do expect food.
Yes,
we want to hit some.
Really nice food. and you there. I know you all love to eat in Tonga.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You all are some good eats,
and then we're right there with you.
Yes.
So
anyway, that's crazy. And then welcome Georgia.
Yes.
You know, just to let you know, we have nothing to do with the elections coming up. So if you're in it for that reason, you just need to go look for somebody else. Or is that's? I mean, I know that's mainly the Russians, but you're all next door neighbors. But we welcome you.
Just watch your neighbors over there.
Yes,
just
they're a little
poke your head over the fence and watch them every once in a while.
Yes, they're a little shady sometimes.
Yeah,
even though we love our Russian friends, we do have a lot of Russian friends as well.
Yeah,
but
we do actually have people in Russia.
Yes, and Ukraine and
Estonia, and
Lithuania, all that
Croatia.
area.
Do we say Croatia? Yeah.
Croatia.
Anyway,
in the stands, we got a lot of stands.
Belarus. Where's Belarus? Is that farther east, or is that?
No, I think that's beside Poland. That's not that far away from Poland. I don't think.
Oh, Poland loves us too.
Yes, we love I'm telling you, we if things start going and keep going up like they are, which we do plan. We are going to do a world tour, and we'll go to be live at pubs, at your local pubs and stuff.
So yeah,
it'd be crazy.
So I will say this though. Another thing is our last video where we talked about
the trans
James or whatever, Jessica,
whatever,
was huge. It went over 40,000 views.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. People were laughing their ass off.
Well, that.
So anyway,
never mind. But
okay.
You know what? Thank God for people like him, because if it weren't for that, we wouldn't really have a whole lot to talk about. I don't want to talk about news. Is so serious. I mean, it just especially for those of you paying attention to the past 24 hours, it's just been crazy serious. So. Come to join us. We're going to kind of hopefully get things on the lighter side of the news. I mean, that you don't hear a lot about, but
yeah, I mean, because the whole thing there's been two or three shootings.
Two mass shootings within the past 24 hours, and there again, Reverend Cuz and I, we can't stress enough. Our prayers are out with everybody in El Paso, but we're gonna let that one Dayton.
We're going to let that marinate for a while. We're not going to jump right on that.
No. The politicians and people are doing enough of that on their own. Your cousin and I are just here to
You got that right.
Hopefully be a diversion from a little bit of the craziness that's going on outside. And we're going to bring you more craziness, but on a lighter side.
Yes.
We're a lighter side of crazy.
Yes.
So.
There we go. I'm starting to chat. Hello. All right. Yes.
It's like, without further ado, are you ready?
Excuse me.
Huh?
Excuse me. I might have something else.
Okay.
I don't.
You tricked me.
I have a card.
You are. You're what? The four of clubs.
Ooh.
The queen of diamonds.
You the queen over there, sweetheart.
I'm the king of spades. I'm the
ace of spades.
Let me.
Do we look like we're in a fishbowl?
I know. Are we in a fishbowl?
I mean, does the view look like a fishbowl? Like it's like rounded?
I don't. It's sort of kind of. I don't know if it's that or it could be our background. I don't know. That could be something else. We'll just have to.
We'll fix it later.
We'll tinker. We'll tinker.
So
later.
Without further ado, let's get into some news. I don't know what that is.
I don't either. Shocky. China Garden.
You go. You hit the button, fat boy.
Fat boy ice cream. From Beach. Very good. And for people in Frederick, vote China Garden, #1 China restaurant. So they open up back. They open their asses back up real soon. We miss them.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back and get my
Namaste.
General Tso's chicken. And they make a good Kung Pao. So they actually do Kung Pao kind of the way you're supposed to,
which is
just a little sideways, a little side story. It's supposed to be spicy.
Sideways. Now,
granted, there's a lot of onion in it because it's a spicy dish. Those of you that have Kung Pao, it's a spicy dish. But I remember that time I had that Kung Pao. I had gotten Kung Pao in Ocean City. And oh my God, that we had to throw. Remember, we had like that Chinese or what, and we had to like throw everything. It was the most god awful Chinese food I've ever had. That was not Kung Pao. That was Kung Poop.
And let me tell you something. As a filler, don't put that damn celery in there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cheap ass vegetable.
Yeah. Well, and it's not even it's like water. It's like
crunchy water.
Crunchy water with strings. Put peanut butter on the damn thing.
Oh. Bumps on a log.
Oh, bumps on a log. So anyway,
are you done?
Yeah, we're done ranting.
All right. So you know what? We should do our rant after we come back from vacation.
It's because I remember I thought we said like September or like for.
Oh, did we?
Doing our first Saturday show, we're gonna do our rant section.
I probably wouldn't pay attention to you. Anyway,
I know nobody ever does.
You're right.
All
right.
Nobody pays any attention to me.
You'll be all right. Oh, look, we're way off. Hold on.
Where's that? The Love Boat. Love. Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. I'm Ted Langers, your bartender. All right, I'm done.
So this is David Geffen's yacht.
This is a nice yacht he has.
$400 million worth of yacht.
That's a very nice yacht he has.
So apparently there was a star-studded event at the Google Summit on climate change. So, sorry. So Google Camp was hosting, eating something. Anyway,
It's your hair.
ooh,
Or it could be my hair.
I don't have. Oh, you mean beard hair? Okay. So they're doing they're sponsoring a summit on climate change, and with the likes of former President Barack Hussein Obama,
Well, always how you say it.
Prince Harry, Leonardo DiCaprio, Katy Perry, and to Sicily, Italy, and they're discussing climate change. Now, here's the funny thing.
All right, before we go any further.
Yes.
Okay, so one would figure you're having a conference on climate change. Okay,
Yep.
So let me, out of all those people
Yes.
that you just named,
Yes.
out of President Obama, Prince Harry, Leo, and Katy Perry, what the F do they have? What are they going to do about climate change?
They're worried about the environment,
Well-
and they're going to raise the flag on climate change.
Right. Aren't we all? But I have a feeling that their way of of alerting people about climate change are a little bit different than ours. You'd figure like scientists and stuff would be getting together. I mean, they do anyway, but
They do. So everything in this on this the topic on this Google Camp is about climate change, right? Now, the Italian press reported that majority of the people showed up came in yachts like this one. And 114 private jets. Here's Leonardo DiCaprio. Let me just move it here where my head is. See my head? That's a private helicopter right here. So he took a private helicopter to one airport. Then he got on his private plane over here and took that all the way to
Sicily,
Italy. So, a question for you there, Deacon Tex. We're talking about climate change. How much CO2 do you think these yachts and these private planes, 114 private planes, how much?
Well, all I gotta
CO2
say,
that
are they diesel? No, they're not diesel. I've never heard of a diesel plane or a
they're
diesel
electric.
helicopter. And I'm sorry,
You gotta plug 'em in.
they're electric planes. I think they're like the drones. Let you buy it at the hardware store. Battery operated.
Oh, we just ran out of power.
Oh, there it goes. We're going down. Just like that. Going down.
You're a little early.
All right. I've worked around jets before, and most of and I'm sure I know Reverend Cuz has as well, or been around helicopters.
Yeah, helicopters, not so much jets. But yeah.
I believe that these devices take something what is called, they don't take like fuel that you put in your cars, automobiles and stuff like that. No. They take what they call jet fuel, JP4, JP1, whatever. It's different. It's different grades or whatever. But it burns very hot and also burns very dirty. Anyway, so yeah, I think it's great. These hypocrites, they're like, oh, it's like it's like the whole Al Gore thing. When Al Gore did his little thing, and then they did a helicopter around his mansion. And he had like 10 HVAC units outside, and he had like a whole bunch of SUVs. And we're not talking like an Explorer. We're talking like the full Ford Excursions and Escalades, polluting the atmosphere. Well, of course, when he got called out on that, he stopped. But what are they going to do? These 114 people, or the people are going to do when the squad gets into power, and they want to do with all airplane travel out the window.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's a good segue. We're here in a little bit because we're going to talk about that. So they had people like designer Diane von Furstenberg and Barry Diller. They arrived in a $200 million yacht called the it didn't say, but DreamWorks founder David Geffen.
They already showed his yacht.
Yeah. his is the Rising Sun. He actually picked up Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom in his, and they all came together. I guess that was a smaller footprint.
Oh.
But so again, it's like Deacon Tech said, you got people showing up in private jets and these private yachts. And like I said, let's bring this yacht back up just so you can see just how big this son of a bitch is. All right? Look at the size of this dang thing. All right?
It looks like it's a aircraft carrier. It looks like you could put a
little boat here, and there's it right here. These are the freaking yachts over here. See these right here? This thing is freaking huge.
Oh, but the carbon footprint of that boat is very small. Trust me, I've ridden around in yachts in my day, and they don't really put out a lot of emissions, except in the ocean.
Yes,
we let loose with gasoline and stuff into the ocean, but it's not polluted. Ocean is big.
It's already there, and it's already there. And instead of coming to the dock and releasing the waste tanks, we just kind of just let it go in the ocean.
Yep. Plus, right now, well, the ocean is one big toilet, at least in certain parts of the country.
Yeah. So again, it's bullshit. Okay, people, throwing the bullshit flag.
Yes.
All right.
We're throwing the bullshit flag.
Throwing the bullshit flag. You guys are full of shit, especially Leonardo. Because he got on his freaking soapbox, what was it, like a year ago, and went the hell off about climate change and this and the other. All right? Oh, it might have been I take that back. Well, it might have been then, but also he did it when 2016,
right?
With like Bernie and all them talking about that. But look, you jackasses are
right,
are like going around, and like Bernie had that big ass car, and just a little bit of tidbit here. Also, Katy Perry, who starred in UNICEF videos about combating climate change, was spotted in a Maserati SUV that only gets about estimated 15 miles per gallon. But it's about climate change. See? I'm leading the way about climate change.
No, well, as we know, and we've discussed this ad nauseum, that it doesn't apply to them. They want the low to middle class people to adhere to, to do this, but they're rich. They're exempt. The celebrities can think of themselves as being exempt from having to follow all the rules as the common folk.
Yeah, they do think they're exempt.
So even, well, in a sense they are, because they're liberal. The Democrats let them get away with it. They let them do whatever they want. They don't say anything to them. Oh, that's because they're getting the money. They're getting that campaign money. Mm-hmm. That's what it boils down to right there, is the money. That's what I'm saying.
Am I a little bit too far?
I don't know. You can get a little closer. Now, don't be shy.
Get a little closer.
With Arid Extra Dry.
Yeah, that's a big old...
That's an oldie.
Oldie but a goodie.
But anyway, it's amazing. And if we ever, look at any socialist, quote unquote, socialist country.
Yes,
that's exactly what you have. The elites still get to keep what they've got and keep all that money, and the poor and the middle class have to give half, or if not more, of what they make or earn or whatever back into the quote unquote society. It's just it's a big joke.
Yes.
And you figure the celebrities would be the first ones to, lead by example. And until they do, they can go screw themselves. That's why I can't stand it when they get on their little high horse.
Yes. So we just so I get a little shout out here. So we had,
yes,
Pereira Carlos Jose from Portugal. So he wants to give a shout out for Portugal, because we do actually have a lot of people. A lot of people from Portugal.
Hello, Portugal. It's late at night over there. What are you all doing up?
Hey,
you're drinking?
You drink. Yep. Okay. Hello, Portugal. Appreciate you guys checking in on us.
Yes, thank you.
And joining us.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Yes. I love it. I love... You can't. I would love. But see, what they need to do is, when they have these things, They need to have all these cameras. Now, of course, you'll never see anything like this on CNN or MSNBC because they love them. They get all the money. They're basically have the pom-poms for the Democrats.
Yes.
But you would have these cameras at these meetings and stuff like that, and have all these people showing up and showing all the pollution, and have somebody there with a meter that shows the recording all the exhaust that's coming out of the stuff. It's like, oh, look at all this.
Well, it's just like when we talk about I'm not getting into the shooting, but gun control. And then they have you talk about the Oscars.
Then they got theirs,
and it's like loaded for bear.
Right. Well, and then the whole thing about the building a fence on the border, but yet they live in a compound around their house. I'm popular. Yeah. There's crazy people out there that are trying to get in my house. Well, there's crazy people at the border trying to get in this country. Not everybody, but there's some.
There's
exactly. It's the same. It's
plenty.
The same argument could be used between that and that. So my thing is this: tear down the wall at the border, tear down your fences at your house. Nancy Pelosi, take down that fence around your compound. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I completely agree. But let's move on.
Next story.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
What's that got to do with it?
I don't know. I like this story.
All right, Leonardo, get off.
He looks a little chubby.
He does look a little chubby, but he's a freaking hack. He's so full of shit. Pisses me off. Anyway, hypocritical bastards.
Oh, there they are. Crazy Joe and Pocahontas. Sitting bull. Sit on this.
Sitting bullshit. All right, so we wanted to talk about because they talk about the new Green Deal, and I know that's kind of been a little bit passe, whatever. But however, with the debates that just happened, Joe Biden and actually both of them and Elizabeth Warren are still touting. They said. Let me back it up. They say that the new Green Deal is kind of like the basis for their plan, and they're going to add on or kind of restructure it or whatever. Okay, but here's the deal. Here's and that's why we're bringing it up, because they keep touting it, and they did, especially in the debates. And so they did a study on what they're proposing and the cost. And households would lose at least $70,000, not $70, $70,000 within the first year of the Green Deal.
And guess whose pockets that would go into? Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We can all
and the green energy companies and stuff. Guess who's on most of the boards and stuff on these? Bucky, her, him, Al Gore, all these other people. Okay, so let me get on my soapbox for a second. Everybody talks about subsidies and stuff for the oil companies and fossil fuels and this and the other. Okay, but so many of these Democratic piece of shit senators and congressmen or whatever, they're on the boards of these green companies. And if you remember when Hussein Obama was in there, he dropped $800 billion on green energy subsidies.
And
and just real quick, the oil companies, fossil fuels, they don't get anywhere close to that. So if you want to get rid of all subsidies, fine, I'm down with that. But get rid of everybody. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that some of the money that they dropped in the last President Obama's administration, some of these solar panel companies went. Yeah, they
went.
Yep, went right down the toilet. They put all that money into them, and they filed bankruptcy. You know why? Because they could not compete with. I bring you solar panel with Bugland House. Oh, we sell real cheap, dirt cheap.
Real cheap.
We have 12-year-old girls making solar panels.
They work all day, all night,
all night long.
We pay them pennies.
And thanks to Oprah and her nets, they stop people from jumping out window. Thank you, Oprah.
Thank you. Anyway, so this the new Green Deal bullshit. So within the first year of implementing the program, the average household would incur at least $70,000 in expenses, followed by roughly $45,000 in annual expenses in each of the following 2 to 5 years, and then 37,000 over the rest of the time frame, which I think is like a 10-year implement.
That's insane.
Yeah. So it's like, well, if you look at it, Miss Vivian's there. Hello, Miss Vivian.
Hello.
But the people that talk, they talk about, it costs a bunch of money. And like, if you remember, we talked about like the natural gas in Berkeley. It's like how we're getting our electricity and everything now is about anywhere from 3 to 5. I think 3 to 5 cents a kilowatt hour. Freaking what is it?
Yes.
Wind is like 20 some cents. Solar is even more expensive than that. So everybody talks about the poor people and this, that, and the other, but yet you want to jack their power bill by freaking 200%.
Well, that's another thing too that I think a lot of people don't understand and don't realize. Okay, I was actually watching a show about this. If I as a homeowner wanted to put up a mini windmill or my own solar array in my house,
yes,
and attach put in the converter to generate my own electricity for my own house, the government will not let you do it. You cannot do it. You have to go through all these licensure, and there again.
And you have to go through the electric company.
This all has to do with money. That's plain and simple. If it didn't have to do with somebody greasing somebody else's pockets or whatever like that, they would allow you to sit there and put up, because I saw this show where this company was making like mini windmills for people to put in their backyard. That looked aesthetically pleasing. They weren't like these humongous things with the blades that look like knock a plane out of the air. But they're like these little windmills, and you can put nice little plants around them, nice little garden. I know, it's like very nice. But they actually got put out of business because the government, I think it was the state government I can't remember what state it was, basically said you could not do it, that they had to go through, and Cuz was right, they still had to go through the electric company, and they sat there and said, well, if you do that, you have to sit there and produce enough electricity for like 15 to 20 houses or some shit like that. It's like, wait a minute, if I'm paying the money to put a windmill in my backyard, I ain't supplying nobody else with nothing unless I'm getting paid. So, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And also they say, so if people don't realize, so when you get power that comes to your house, everybody that's in that grid and everything else pays transport fees.
Right.
To go through the substation to get the thing. So even then, let's just say you have a bunch of rich people. Let's say you have people on the grid, and there's a bunch of rich people, and then you have half are poor.
Right.
So all the rich people that go to solar and stuff, they come out of the transport. Then all the poor people now have to take all that transport fee and distribute it amongst them.
Right.
So again, it's the little guy that's going to get screwed with the green energy as well.
Well, that's all the way. Yeah, it's easy. All right, I'm making $200 million a year. Oh, okay. I'll put some. I'm gonna lead the way. I'm gonna put some solar. I'm gonna put some solar panels up in my house, and I'm just gonna lead the charge. But I gotta go somewhere in my jet though. I'll be right back. I gotta go fly to Aruba I gotta go fly to the Cayman Islands to get some money out of my bank, my offshore bank account.
They could just transfer it, but I'm gonna fly over there and have a little.
Well, yeah, and plus if you transfer it, they might get taxed, so we can't have that. I can't give my money back to them.
I'm going straight up cash. Straight up cash. So a slew of candidates, including party runners,
forerunners,
foreskins, is Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, even what's her name? Not Tulsi. Tulsi Gabbard. Boy, she's nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want her for president, but she mopped the floor with Kamala.
Yes, she
during
did.
the debate. But anyway, So all these, like you said, all these other these Democrats, they're using the Green New Deal as like a basis for their climate change plans, and like we said, it's going to cost Americans crap. And let me just, I know this is not on our agenda, but let me just get on my soapbox for a second.
Again,
remember how they were talking about. Excuse me, where they're talking about we want to get universal health care for everybody.
Yes.
Or we could do this.
Yes.
I thought, though, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Obamacare was the one that was going to come. It's supposed to come out there and
I thought it,
and insure everybody that does not have insurance.
Well, I tell you what, from what I understand, that's one of the things. I think it's interesting how the I lost my train of thought. How all the candidates now, I know it's there. It popped back in. It's there. How all these candidates now are turning on the heir apparent President Obama's
administration.
Yeah, and they are turning on him like crazy. And I think that was one of the things they talked about. And it's like, wait a minute. At the time when the man was in office, you all were
He was the Messiah.
Yeah, when he was walking down the aisle, you all were like bowing down, kissing his shoes and his ass, among other things. But now that he's out of office, he's not in power anymore. You guys are attacking him like he's. I was reading an article. They said they were attacking him like he was a Republican, like he was like somebody with the Republican Party. It's crazy. These people are nuts. They're absolutely nuts.
If you remember, you heard it here. We said as soon as when these debates start and everybody's going for that presidency, the nails will come out, the dirt's going to start flying.
Yep.
And they're just gonna, and it's funny. We're just sitting back. We're just sitting back, and Trump's just sitting back like.
Well, just wait till they get down to like
jackasses.
Wait till they get to the I guess the top 5. Next year when they do the serious debates right before the the primaries hit, and they only have like the top 5. It's gonna get like what happened with Hillary and Obama. It was those two were going at it tooth and nail.
And they found out that. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders actually had a pact going into this that they would not attack each other.
Wrong.
And so they're gonna I guess they're gonna kind of like.
Well, Bernie's having.
They're gonna go a little bit clean, at least with each
those
other.
Two.
And
they're going. Everybody's attacking old drunken Joe because he's still in the lead. And
so I wonder
Kamala.
I wonder if Bernie's looking to, or vice versa, take Elizabeth Warren as vice.
Well, Bernie might have a problem having any staff left. From what I understand, he's having people kind of leaving his because he still refuses. From what I understand, I could be wrong.
No, but you're right.
His people are still not getting paid. He still refuses to pay his people, and they're leaving. They're like,
but I thought he wanted to raise. I thought he wanted to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. He's not even paying his own people $15 an hour,
or giving them health insurance. And we're not talking about volunteers, but everybody. We're talking about people that are actually working full time on his staff.
Yep.
So yeah, Bernie might not have too much of a crew left, and I think he's starting to fade. I think he's starting to fade because he's getting a lot of negative publicity, and I think. Miss Gabbard did I think Kamala, she took some hits, especially with her prosecution record.
Yes.
Well, and even Cory Booker. Well, Cory Booker. Let's put it this way: Cory Booker, if he had his way, said he'd release everybody out of prison. He wants murderers, rapists, everybody released from prison because it's not fair. Because especially if they're not if they're prisoners of color, they all need to be released. Because it was all fraud.
Yeah, I thought it was funny that how he was attacking Biden with the fact. Well, I loved it the fact that it was brought up by De Blasio by all people, but De Blasio was saying how they were deported more people than anybody, and it was like, what about that? And it was like, ooh, yeah. But my thing is, Cory Booker started banging Biden about his failures are the 94 criminal
justice. I know what it is.
And then so Biden's like, well, hold on. When you were like mayor or was it mayor governor? What was he? Governor?
Newark. No, he was mayor of Newark.
Mayor of Newark. He said that was one of the worst crime years that you had it, that crime went through the roof, and then he just deflected.
I know.
Things.
It's gonna be funny. I'm telling you, it's a riot.
It is.
It's a little trip. It's funny. But yeah, they're bringing up. I'm telling you, the dirt's coming out, and I love it. Let's tell the truth. Yep, cat fight. Cat fight. All right.
So I think we are done.
Yes,
we're done with the news.
Done with the news.
And believe me, we could go on
and on, and we probably will.
We could go on with the news for like 5 freaking
hours,
years.
Days.
Something.
Years may be too much.
Yes. Anyway. So
let's get right to our first serious topic of the evening.
Yes.
Is she naked?
Yeah. Oh.
Is she naked in that picture?
Oh, she's naked. Hold on. Let me give you a little bit of.
We got to view a warning, everybody. Oh, they got to blur it. They got to blur it out.
They got to blur it out,
God. But milk's gone bad.
Wait, hold on. Do you see what's up on the table?
Are those melons?
Those are not melons.
What is that?
I think they're boobs or butts. I think they're both. Like
what?
Plastic thing. So in case you.
Okay.
So this is we are in Estonia, all right, and this is Mayor Trollop, the one that's naked.
Oh, she's a mayor?
No, that's her name, Mayor.
Oh, mayor, a mayor. Oh, I thought you said she was the mayor.
I didn't say she's a mayor.
I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
All right, never mind. I'm hearing things.
Anyway, and so this is a interactive art exhibit,
right?
About feminism, and so I don't think these kids thought this was going to be. So the kids are taking a trip to an art museum, right? And one of the things they were supposed to go was to this feminist. I don't know why. I don't know if Estonia is like big on.
No, they might have been forced. You know how that goes.
Oh, probably. But I don't know. Estonia was like big into the feminism movement or whatever else. But apparently, at least in some aspect. Anyway. So this is the artist, and she disrobed in front of these young boys.
But look at the reaction. All right, I'm sorry. What's cracking me up is the reaction is priceless. This kid's like, get on with it.
Look at this kid. Look at this kid right here.
I know.
Oh, right here. Look,
I know.
He's like,
are you serious?
You fat skank. Put your stuff back. Yep, milk's gone bad. Look at the balloons. Milk's gone bad.
And you can even see it. Look at that right there. Things hanging out all over the place.
Yes, it is. It's like. All right. So this is, and I mean, she's completely naked. All right. So the photo was taken, and actually there's a video. The video was posted by a feminist artist. This Mayor Trollop. So she strips naked, save for a pair of yellow and black sandals, and proceeds to walk into another room to cover up sexist images from famed Estonian artist Marko Maitam.
Okay, so let me get this right.
Yes.
So she goes out there, gets butt naked, scares these kids to death. Oh, look at this, kids! Look at this. You won't. And then she's going to go cover up something else.
Yes.
Was she covering up these butt pads or whatever?
Yeah. So I think this is a girl right here. Look at her. She's like, oh my god, what the hell? And so apparently the parents were. Oh, where are we? Were freaking. I'm just trying to get it back down a little bit. So apparently the parents were freaking pissed.
You think?
I'm like, I'd be like, you had some fat skank go totally buck naked in front of my kids.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not art.
That's trash.
That's trash.
Well,
and especially you couldn't get something decent.
I know.
If you're going to show them something, don't show them that.
No, we need to have somebody like Miss Bum Bum. Now that would have been a show.
Yes, I might not have been so upset then.
Yeah, other than this old. Oh,
but you got old fat skank.
These poor kids. They're probably like, I see enough of my mom running around the house naked. I don't need to see. I didn't come to the art museum to see this.
And see these sandals. These sandals look white, so I hope it was after Memorial Day.
Oh,
just saying.
Yeah. You that's a fashion don't.
That's the last. That's the last exhibit we had, you silly fat cow.
Oh my gosh!
And for looking,
I had the hiccups.
So look at the where they
blurred it out.
It looks a little dark. She probably could use a little.
She needs a little. We don't have our little shaver thing, do we?
No.
It's a shame. Electrolysis.
I like a little more of this.
Yeah.
Light her ass on.
But all right. Now, you haven't finished yet. Because I'm going to say something about this next part.
So many criticize the showing as child abuse, and point out that the defenders of the exhibit would have had a different reaction if it was a man disrobing in front of young girls. Tell me if that would have happened.
Right.
People would go right the hell off.
That's what I'm going to say. If this thing thinks she can get away with it, right? And I guess she basically did. In there with a bunch of minors, okay? What if it was a man that did the same thing? They would have tackled him, thrown him in prison, all this other stuff. So look at this. We're not talking, this isn't Miss Bum Bum. Oh, exactly. This isn't Miss Bum Bum. If Miss Bum Bum went out there, this thing is disgusting.
Okay, to be honest, as a parent, I'd still be pissed off.
Well, exactly, on all serious level, but it's the disparity. It's not fair, and she needs to be treated. She needs to be tossed in prison because now these kids are probably scarred for life.
How is this not indecent exposure?
Right, exactly. Well, it's in Estonia. I'm not sure what the laws are.
Okay, just because it's in just because it is an art gallery, this is not considered like flashing or indecent exposure.
Right.
Because if this was on the street, now I guarantee these kids going in they had no idea, and apparently the parents had no idea,
right,
that they were going to do this art exhibit and there would be some naked woman.
Well, not only and not only that, but why are you? If I had some kids, why am I going to go to an art exhibit with prosthetic boobs and butts and other stuff? That's a little off too. Anyway. And it's Europe. You guys in Europe are a little bit freer and more open about your sex than we are here in the States.
See, I don't consider that free.
But
that to me is like
it's uncalled for. There has to be
places where stuff just doesn't belong, especially with young kids. Let their innocence,
right. Let them be innocent.
Let them be innocent and let them learn through whatever, but not just say, "Oh, woo, here I am." It's like, nasty skate.
They're only supposed to see that crap on the internet, not in real life.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to turn them gay.
Oop! You know what?
Because they're going to see that fat cow and they'll be like, "Oh,
look at her." Is that what most women look like when they get to her age? Hey!
Yes, look at a little. She looked like she could do a little hauling there.
Put your clothes back on.
Oh! That's probably anyway.
Anyway,
it's just.
Let us know what you think. But I agree. It's the double. To me, what really gets me is the double standard. And I agree with you 100%, Reverend Cuz. If this were a male, they would have made this big thing about pedophile guy goes in there with this. How come she's not going to be classified as a quote-unquote pedophile? Being in there with a bunch of school-age kids. So, I don't know.
It's bullshit.
I know there again. I know it's Europe or whatever. If somebody from Estonia ends up watching this, let us know what you think. Let us know what's going on over there.
Yeah, because I'm not getting it.
Well, no,
I'm not getting
especially that. I'd actually, if I was there, I'd be barfing, and I'd actually be throwing. I'd be paying her money to put her clothes. Most of the time,
paid her money to put her clothes back on.
I was gonna say most of the time I pay money to have clothes hanging off. I'd be paying money to put them clothes back on. That's what I'm saying. That's just me.
Damn, I'd rather go to a strip bar in West Virginia with bullet holes and stretch marks instead of seeing this nasty hole. G-string. Oh, popped off.
Oh, what's that? What's that just came out there?
Nope. We're gonna get one of those plastic things. This thing's not working.
It's not working very well.
Let's get one of those little plastic things.
Anyway,
like my wife has. Anyway,
get this skank off. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
I know too.
Oh, I tell you what, if you want to scare somebody away from sex, just
that's what I said.
Flash that thing up. Like,
these kids are coming up. Adolescents into. To young adults or whatever, they're gonna be like, they can turn these kids gay. They're like, ooh, if that's what it looks like. You got nothing to do with that.
So anyway, next story. Oh, that doesn't look very nice, right?
That's not nice at all. So we are in Montreal, Canada. Oh,
Montreal.
Full.
We're in frog country. No offense to we like Canada, like the Canadians, but Montreal, you're all a little froggy, a little froggy up there.
A little stuck up.
It's like the Paris of the North America.
So authorities in Canada are investigating a possible electric car explosion that blew the door off the garage and a hole in the roof. Let me see if I can pull this up. See that?
Holy moly!
See this? Look right there. Look, blew half that freaking roof off.
Oh my! What happened? What the heck happened there then? Did we get a little bit of this?
Well, so they're currently working with authorities and fire investigators in Montreal to understand the root cause, but it's not known. And the fire department spokesman would not comment on whether or not the car was plugged into the charger at the time of the explosion. So, the environmental people, look, you're going to start blowing people up with these things.
I've never went to school to be fire marshal. I've never been a fire marshal, Bill. Let me tell you something. But I am going to tell you something. If I were a betting man.
Yes.
I would pretty much bet that thing was plugged in, and that charger just went.
Probably so.
Just like the e-cigarettes and stuff like that. You hear about the e-cigs? Yeah. They're blowing up in
it blew my nuts off.
Pants and cars and stuff like that. There you go.
Yeah, let's make everything electric. So it's like the thing. People, you don't. If you realize if it's completely electric. If you've seen the freaking size of the batteries on these damn things, right? Like if you talk about like a Tesla, on a Tesla, the whole bottom of the car is nothing but batteries.
Right.
Right? And when you get a short or something in them things, I'll tell you what, I'm probably going a little old school, but if you've ever accidentally welded a wrench to if you're like changing a battery or something and you accidentally cross between the poles there.
Oh yeah, get the little. That's a nice little jolt. Yes, it's a nice little shock.
And that's just one little battery. Now you talk about a whole car with the batteries. This is what you're talking about. Look at this shit.
I know that's like
blew that big old chunk out of there.
I know that's crazy.
And then look at the rest of that garage. Looks like a hole in the back of it. Oh, this is. I wonder how
much damage
look at that car.
Inside. I know that's crazy.
Look,
well, it's like those, but on the other side of the coin, it's like I refuse to have. I'm not a fan of natural gas, and the reason why is because you hear about these natural gas explosions. Yeah.
You mean okay?
Take a lighter to this. see if that explodes. I'm talking about these. You see these natural gas leaks and these explosions, and the house looks like twigs. I mean, literally, when it goes, it looks like twigs.
Yeah, but have you seen some of these houses where these explosions happen?
Yes.
In the neighborhoods?
Yes.
It's a shit.
Well, I don't know. They had one in Virginia that blew, and this was like a mansion. They were like, and it showed up. It looked like little popsicle sticks were thrown out all over the land.
Was that wasn't the one where the murders happened? Is it?
It might have been.
Okay, because I think that was on purpose.
Well, yeah, but still, that's natural gas. I'll stick to my electricity. Thank you very much. I like my regular electricity. I like my little, Okay, so.
What's that?
But not now. As far as the cars are concerned, I like my little diesel car, my diesel VW Jetta, which I love, and they can take. And that's another thing too. Let me get back on. Let me hop up on my box while this thing falls down. They want everybody to sit there and go away from gasoline cars, and we kind of piggybacking off this Green New Deal shit. They want everybody to get off of cars that run gas. As a matter of fact, Europe will be banning all automobiles running on diesel gasoline. I think by a couple years, by 2025 or whatever.
Yep, 2025.
I hate to say it, but I was over in Europe, and 80% of your vehicles over there run on diesel fuel. So I don't know what the hell you're going to do, and there's going to be a lot of used cars. So be
a lot of lawn planners.
Exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
But look at the price. Look at the cost comparison. You know what? I would be all happy to get myself, looking to get myself an electric car. But to get one that just has the basic features on it is basically almost double the cost of my Jetta.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when you go to the grocery store. They want you, you got to eat. Oh, you got to eat organic. You got to eat organic because of all the pesticides and stuff like that. Okay, so I've got this head of lettuce over here that's like $1.25 for a head. And because this head of lettuce over here was grown by some hippies with dirty fingers and dirty hands, and they want
petroleum oil.
Right, and they want to charge me $3.50 for this head of lettuce. And, I'm on a fixed income. Gee, which head of lettuce am I going to get? You can take that organic lettuce and stick it where the sun don't shine. Till the price start coming down.
Well, so then you get in the whole argument. It's like, what is the, everybody wants to fly the flag for the poor. What's the poor supposed to do? Are they going to get electric cars? No.
Right.
Are they going to can they afford their organic food?
No.
So, you know what? Don't give me that crap. And like we just said with the whole Google climate change thing,
right,
all these people want to fly the flag for climate change, and they're taking freaking jets and what, $400 million yachts.
Yes, that's crazy.
114, 112, 114 private jets
to a climate change convention.
To a climate change convention.
I wonder if they all parked in the same runway after they got back from Monte Carlo.
Yeah, don't give me that shit. It's pissing me off. So anyway, so now we got electric cars
that are blowing
up, and like Deacon Tech said, you had the Juuls and
with
stuff.
The e-cigarettes, those
e-cigarettes,
batteries are blowing up.
Well,
you had the issue with the was it last year or whatever with the Samsung phones, the Samsung phones blowing up. And they had to recall. Airlines wouldn't let you, if you had one of the Samsung Galaxy phones, the airlines would not let you take that phone on the plane due to the fact that there was a possibility they could be exploding. So, just be careful.
Be careful.
That's all we got to say here at Conformity Antidote.
Yeah.
Is be very careful. And
watch your electric cars.
Yes. You don't want that to happen to you.
No. And I will say, because I just bought a VW. I'm a VW fan.
Yep.
Golf, but I looked at the e-Golf, which is electric, plug-in electric. It was probably $7,000-8,000 more than what I paid for mine.
Right, and not only that, but can you imagine?
I don't want that anyway.
You're plugging. You got to plug your. That's another thing. You got to plug your car in. Okay. So on top of all the other electricity that your house is pulling,
mm-hmm.
that meter, and you got to plug your car in, that meter's gonna be like ring, 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 ring.
And my point, where do you think that freaking electricity comes from?
Right. So
okay, we're burning coal and this and the other, But let's go with the windmills and the freaking solar. Okay, so it's going to cost you like 4 times as much to charge your damn car as it did before. So you know what? I'm fine with it. You people out in California and crap like that, go ahead and get all electric cars, and then go to solar and go to all wind. And I'm telling you, you're going to be paying.
It's going to be like
your electric bill's going to be like freaking $2,000 a damn month.
Yep, a month. It's going to be like you do like the soapbox derby. They're gonna have to get there, ride down, coast down hills. Bam.
And then they're gonna have to have all these subsidies and all these taxes to pay for the poor, because the poor can't get around because they don't have anything.
Yes.
Because they can't afford it.
Yes.
So are you gonna pay? Are you people in California? You gonna pay for all the city buses and all that? Start running. I don't know if you can do electric bus. That's probably too much, but what are you gonna do with that?
Well, they do have electric buses out there now. As a matter of fact, I think Frederick has most of their buses. I think are electric in Frederick. So anyway, so it's just craziness.
We're not saying that we can't
moderate
progress forward, but you can't.
You gotta moderate. You gotta do things in moderation. Do things gradually, and you gotta make things cost efficient, cost effective for the regular consumers. Not celebrities, not sports stars, whatever, but for us normal common folk to be able to afford. That's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying. And you know what? Quit decimating freaking acres and acres of freaking trees and wood so you can put in a damn solar farm.
Yeah.
See? So you can't destroy things and habitats and everything else to go green when you've already destroyed half the freaking habitat that was giving you clean air, you dumbass.
Where's Bambi supposed to play at?
Shit.
I don't see a Bambi and his mother sitting there eating grass in a solar field, in a solar panel field.
Yeah.
Fascists.
Lit up. All right.
So anyway, and before we go to this our last topic, just a little disclaimer. We wrote it. Reverend Cuz wrote it before the incidents that happened yesterday. So we say this, we're not saying this kind of joking around about what's going on at Walmart, but
yeah, I mean, I don't
just
care.
a little.
I mean,
just a little
not
caveat.
that I don't care about the
just
shooting,
just a little caveat.
This has nothing to do with that.
No, it has absolutely nothing to do with it.
If you want to do it, if you want to combine,
but we talk about Walmart all the time.
Yes. Screw yourself.
Yes. So anyway.
Oh, what's up, girl?
Hey.
She's not bad. Oh, she's not bad looking.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, honey? Well,
it's the wrong one.
She's actually kind of attractive. Only problem is she's a little bit of a freak.
She's a super freak. Super freak. She's super freaking gal. She's a very kinky girl. The kind you don't take home to mother. And so never let your spirits down when you get off the street. Ow!
She likes the boys
in the band.
She says that I'm her all-time favorite.
Okay. All right. R.O. to Rick James. Rest his soul.
Super freaking. Ow. Now that song's going to be in my head. Blow, Daddy.
All right. Get to the story.
All right. I'm getting there.
All right.
I'm doing a little Rick James.
All right, Rick James.
Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Unity. When the 5 fingers say the face. Slap. A little Dave Chappelle.
Charlie Murphy. Welcome to
Darkness, everybody. Darkness.
Welcome to the
China Club. A chicka ching chow. Don't make fun of China Club.
Okay.
Anyway,
so a little attractive young lady.
No, it's not. She's not bad.
Now, apparently, she was involved in a bizarre incident. Took place July 24th into July 25th. So it was like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And this is in West Mifflin. I think
that's around. It's a suburb of Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct. We are in PA.
Yes.
So, so they released photos of the woman taken for surveillance photos. That's not this one. This is when she came and she actually turned herself in. And because they were looking to have people help identify her. But according to the Walmart spokesperson, see, they say spokesman. They don't say spokesman. They say spokesperson.
That's right, spokesperson.
A store employee claimed to have seen the woman committing an act, and it was not shared whether or not the employee attempted to intervene. Now you might ask, what was the act that they caught
Yes.
this young lady doing?
What was the incident?
She was urinating on a bag of potatoes. Okay, so what the potatoes ever do to you? You could have picked out some tomatoes or some broccoli or something.
What about the lettuce? I mean, I've heard of people getting oil and vinegar on their lettuce.
You know what? She gives head. She don't pee on it. Oh my!
That earns a that, and it earns a that. Oh my gosh!
She.
All right.
Oh.
All right. My question is this.
Yes.
How? Okay, I want to see. I want to. Hopefully, somewhere on the dark web or somewhere on the internet, they will actually show the surveillance camera part of this piece of trash, where she's actually like squatting over where the bag of potatoes are and peeing.
Okay,
or standing there peeing.
Okay, so did she pull the bag out into the floor, or did she somehow scooted her ass up underneath the shelf?
Oh no, either that or she just climbed on top of the produce thing and was like let loose. She had like a skirt or something on with nothing else and just let loose. Ringer.
You know, I don't want those potatoes. These potatoes are a little ranch.
Yes. Oh, honey, look at these. These must be them new fancy. They must be them new fancy taters that they talk about.
That's them French potatoes.
Yeah, that's them French potatoes that they. Oh, I don't know, Ed. They look like. See, there's like some bugs around them and stuff. They smell like your Aunt Ethel. All right. Hands up who thinks that she might have been a little bit when she did that.
Well, by that or she could have been hitting the chronic or something. Who knows?
A little bit of.
She got a little something. I mean, okay, we all know that a lot of people aren't normal in this world anymore. But that being said, to actually go out and pee on
Okay, the thought process.
Yeah, okay. Let's just say you had to go. I can even understand. I don't think it's right. Let's just say you went and did it in the bushes in front of Walmart because you just couldn't hold it anymore. I still don't agree. But that you might have some sense of reasoning that. But to walk into the Walmart and Walmart has the bathrooms right in the front
and in the back. I'm sure most Walmarts are the same. We have a bathroom in the front and we have a bathroom in the back. There's no excuse. Even then, why not do it? Okay, if there's nobody around, okay, even if you're drunk and you really got to go in the aisle. You know, why are you picking the potatoes to go pee on?
I know, but there's a bathroom right in the front.
I know.
So it's quite obvious that this woman is a little freaky.
Yes.
And peeing on, but yeah,
maybe like her ex-boyfriend or was in there with her girlfriend. They knew they were getting some taters. They were matching some taters for a party, and she's like, "I'll show him."
I just meant to pee. Oh, what's that? Oh. So you couldn't have picked like eggplant?
I know,
because I like potatoes. You could have picked eggplant or turnip. Well, I like turnips too. I don't know, something.
Broccoli.
I like broccoli.
Ugh. How about green beans?
They keep peeling the green beans.
Yeah. I don't just
corn. You can do the corn on the cob. It's already buttered. Oh,
and get that salt. Ew. Ew. Ew.
Anyway, no, I'm gonna leave that alone.
All right, I'm gonna
corn
just.
Cob, just
I do have a. I am going to tell a little side story.
I'm
going to tell a little side story. It's something that happened a very long time ago to Deegan Tex. I don't like talking about it, but if this is what happened to her, I gotta watch my hands. If this is what happened to her,
no, we don't have it.
We don't have the horn, the clown horn.
Oh,
we did the little for the. Anyway, I remember I was at the mall. I was at the FSK Mall. And
okay.
I was at Fun Factory.
I have
and I had
no idea where this is going, but
I had to go bad. I had to go really bad. And so I'm walking in the mall, and they closed. They were kind of closing the mall down, and I knew where the bathroom was. Well, I was going to where the movie theater was, because at the time they had a movie theater in the mall. Well, the mall security guard, they had it blocked off, and he says, "You can't go that way. The mall's closed." And I said, "Well, I got to go use the bathroom." He's like, "You cannot go that way. The mall's closed." You know, it's like Paul Blart, mall cop was in there. So he's like, "You have to go outside and then go around to use the mall, the movie exit to come in." Well, by the time I got outside, I was at peak. I was at peak levels. So right when I go outside the door, at the time, they had a place in a very nice Japanese restaurant called Bamboo Gardens. And they had this very nice little, they had this very nice walkway where you go up, and they had these shrubs that were by the walkway. And as soon as I went outside, I got by as close to one of them shrubs as I could and let her rip. And at the time, there was like two couples of people that are walking in their fancy dresses and stuff walking up the sidewalk, and here I am peeing on the bushes.
Could they see you?
I kind of turned myself as they were.
No, but could they see you peeing?
Yeah, they knew what I was doing. But
okay, can we?
Can
we infer or can we inquire? I should say. Your age at this point?
No, I was like I was waiting. I couldn't drive yet, so when it wasn't alcohol, but I don't know. It just hit me all at once. I had to go. I think what it was, I was playing a stupid video game, and I didn't want it. And I'm like, and I didn't want to leave. I was going beer, and I had to go. And then by the time they kicked us out, I was like, well, I'll just go walk through the mall and go right to the bathroom. And he's like, no, you have to go outside.
You didn't answer the question.
What?
How old were you?
I don't know. I was like maybe 14, 13. It was terrible. Terrible.
14-year-old out there peeing in the bushes.
That being said, I have been in a situation where sometimes you just got to go really bad.
There's a bathroom right in the front.
I know. Not on a sack of potatoes. I'd actually run back into the receiving area, like in the refrigerator, like the doors for employees only, and run it back there, but like, God, I gotta pee. And I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I'm coming.
And some of the people that work there at Walmart be like, go ahead. We'll just call somebody. We'll call old Ed to come clean her up. He's used to that.
Deacon Tex peed in the bushes.
I know. That's a story, but so I understand. And I'm sure there's others out there that have had emergencies before.
Okay, that is.
But this is not
completely irrelevant.
I know.
To this just saying.
It was just.
I enjoyed the story, but
thank you.
But this woman, there was a bathroom right in the door.
Right. I don't get it. I was just trying. I don't know if I was trying to defend her. I think she's just a freak. Or
yeah, you were. It sounded like that's what you were doing, but she's a little bit of a freak.
I think she was just a freak.
Super freaking.
She could be like, where's? I wonder if she was doing a little dance when she was doing it too.
I don't know. I mean, she's not. She's an attractive lady. I'm
right.
Like,
well, but you know what they say.
Freaky.
But you know what they say. Sometimes.
What do they say?
Sometimes the ones that are attractive are like some of the Hollywood people in Hollywood.
You mean like Britney Spears shaving her head?
Yes. Halle Berry.
Is she nuts?
Yeah, from my understanding, she's a little bit of a basket case. I think she's getting better as she gets older, but I heard the younger.
Halle Berry's nice.
Yeah, she's very.
Oh, speaking of which, I know this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but we went and saw Spider-Man, Far From Home, and Marissa Tomei?
Marissa Tomei.
Tomei. Woo! Let me tell you something. If it's a good movie. If you go for anything, is to check her out. She has got this long hair She's looking good, and she's got these. I don't know if these are coming back in. I don't know if that's what's going on with this thing, but she had these tight bell-bottom pants on. That was me when I was watching it.
That's wrong.
That's wrong. And I was with my wife. Anyway, she had these. They were tight on the butt and the thighs, and then they, once they got to the knee, they just flared out to these bell bottom. I'm like, "What's up, girl?" But you can't call nobody.
And it's like, isn't that like in that episode of Seinfeld where George he wanted to go out with Marissa Tomei? He almost did too.
He almost did
until she found out that he had a fiance, and then she slapped him in the face.
Yep.
Right in the old kisser. Ooh. That sound is.
Is that worse than this one?
I don't know. I have to. It's either about the same.
All right. So anyway, let's get pee-pee pants off.
Yeah, let's get the potato peer.
So does that like make some Amish potato salad out of that?
Oh, that there you go, or mustard. Mustard salad. Mustard potato salad.
All right. So that is that's the show.
I think that's it. We're at we're a little late. We're running over. We normally
that's
do,
like 10 minutes. That's fine.
That's fine. Never get time anyway. Before we forget, it's next. Remember, next week we will not be with you because the Reverend Cuz is taking a sojourn with his family. So we will be not live next weekend. We'll give you a break, actually, from hearing us. But we'll be back on the following weekend, which I don't know what it is. I don't know what the date is.
I don't. Here, can I do it?
Can you? You should be able to.
I'm not sure how this works. Oh, does it work here?
Oh, look.
Open date and time. No.
Let me see. Let me look here then.
I will say I just got this Mac and there's different things, so I'm not exactly. Oh, here we go.
We will be back
right
on
here.
The 18th.
18th.
The 18th, we will be back live, and then we will do the 25th, and then I think we're looking to start a show. That'll be the last Sunday show. Will be the 25th, and then we'll go.
We could do what we could do.
What's that?
Everybody can just let us know. I could replay something from way back when.
Oh, from back in the olden days.
Like when we first went on
live on video.
Which is I don't even know when
we
that
could do
date.
Like
I don't even know when that date is. That was
last year sometime. Man.
Yeah, it was like middle of last year, I think.
So we could do that. Just like we're like an old school thing.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, "Oh my God, you guys were better then than you are now."
You've gotten worse with age, you old bastards.
I thought y'all supposed to get better. You're still getting worse.
It's worse. But anyway.
That'd be a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Reverend Cuz. Yeah,
I get them every once in a while.
Very good. Nice. Very nice.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So anyway, we're rambling on.
I like to ramble.
Thanks everybody for showing up. And thank you for viewing. And we will see you all again in 2 weeks. God bless. Like we said, we still have a lot of other things that we're planning to do to keep your interests or not. But
Sid, you running?
Yeah, exactly. So until next time, God bless, Reverend Cuz.
Yes. God bless us, everyone. And like I said, we'll pull something out. We'll put something out.
We'll pull something out. All right.
Yep. And we'll. Like I said, if anybody's got, I keep saying this, and now that we have such a huge following, like I said, the last video was over 40,000 views.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So if anybody's got any topics or anything else, or something they want us to cover,
any other full-figured transgenders that are wanting to have body parts shaved, waxed.
Actually, I have a story for one.
If any stories of anybody else that has gone into, like, let's say JCPenney's and is peeing on the, I don't know, one of the mannequins or pillows, let us know. We want to know these things.
Yes.
Because that's the real news. That's what we need to know about.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's too much serious shit going on. We need to point out. We need to call out this goofiness that's going on around here.
The real news.
Yeah.
But I do have a story that we'll bring
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Even though we'll have probably I'm sure a shitload of other stuff is going to happen.
Oh, absolutely. But it's about a transgender weightlifter.
I think I did read that. There's a lot. Wait for the Olympics coming up.
Yeah,
There's going to be a lot of controversy coming up with that.
We're gonna have fun with that one.
Yes.
So anyway, so God bless. We will see you in 2 weeks, and I think that's it.
I think so.
Nothing else.
All right then. Until then. Shocky. Good night, everybody. Till next time.
I can't even do it with you.